I have been covering Shiba Inu for a long time, almost 2 years, every day on my channel, at least 1, 2 Shib videos. And I've got something to say here. So we're going to in a minute go take a look at the latest blog update from Shytoshi, the lead dev, the leader of the Shiba Inu development community. And the one thing I'm going to say to you that I have never really seen before is the level of transparency and insight into a lot of the behind the scenes workings of the Shiba Inu development community. This has never really happened to this extent. And that's really what I find the most compelling about this update is the insight that Shytoshi gives us to all the kind of the inner workings behind the scenes on almost every single major project. The good about it, the bad about it, the successes about all major projects like like the Metaverse, like Shiba Eternity, Shibarium, all those different things, the Wellies partnership, the John Richmond partnership, all that we're going to get insight into. If you ever done so, hit that subscribe button below, drop a like, and tell the algorithm that we are here. Okay. So this is the latest blog update, and you can find it if you want to go to Shytoshi's Twitter page, and it's right here. Okay. So I'm going to, I have not highlighted any of this. Okay. I highly recommend you, if you want to dig more into this yourself, obviously just kind of read through this on your own time. But what I want to really talk about is the fact that, again, what Shytoshi has done is he's kind of really gone through and it starts off first and foremost. Sorry, my eye is itching. Having an allergy attack as well. That's excellent. Okay, is he talks about the teams. Now, a while ago, they kind of renamed all their teams. Like there's a team called they call them the breeds. Okay, and so there's a team known as like the defense breed, and their kind of main job was to be like on Discord and kind of out there fighting FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and all that kind of stuff. But what Shytoshi kind of goes into here is he said that that breed, like the defense breed, this particular team, and they're all these different teams, right? The defense breed started to cut deals with like partnership deals. Like they cut it was the defense breed that cut the deal with the Bugatti luggage group. And so what Shytoshi kind of goes into is he's like, these groups are growing and expanding, and versus kind of when he's telling us when they set these teams up, they were very siloed. Okay, this group over here, the defense breed, this is all you're going to do. You're going to fight FUD, things like that. Well, that's evolved, and he's now giving us some insight into how these different teams are changing and developing. Again, the real thing I want you to pay attention to here is the transparency, is the insight that we, as holders of Shiba Inu, as well as being in part of the public, the Shib army, if you will, the insight we're getting into kind of the behind the scenes working. I really love this. Okay, so Shiba Eternity. So what Shytoshi does here is he talks about the fact that, hey, they spent 7 figures developing this game, so north of $1 million. Okay, which was a very high amount of money to spend developing the game. Okay, whereas the game was a good game, right? And it launched, it became a #1 mobile game on both app stores. But also, kind of within this, he talks about the fact that because of how expensive it was, that they're really they're not that they're not in profitability yet on the game because of how much it costs, how they've monetized it, and how they're working to kind of monetize it, continuing to kind of work on it, right? He says, even though I understand that they're not in profitability, he says, even though I understand this will be challenging to accomplish without millions of dollars in marketing. So what he's talking about here is the fact that for a game to really make a lot of money, you have to have ongoing millions of dollars of marketing to kind of continue to go out and push that game to get more and more people. Now, does he say right here, does that mean that the game is a failure? He says, not at all. The goal is to produce a quality game that can be leveraged and licensed to the greater Shiboshi community and made into a Shibarium version that rewards players with a robust, IP, powerful card deck, and fun gameplay. This goal is on track, and hopefully with this blockchain release with the community, we'll see low-cost improvements like tournaments and more levels. Again, what I love here is transparency, insight. We're now getting complete visibility into into the behind the scenes. So this is a good thing. This is the evolution of the Shiba Inu dev team in far as their transparency, outward public, letting us know things like that. Okay. Um, let's see. Continuing on here, he talks about the Welly partnership. Okay, so he goes on to talk about how the part of the reason the Welly partnership was so important was IRL, in real life projects. Okay, and also with the vision of bringing Shibarium into that context, into the in real life. I hadn't really put this two and two together until I saw this right here. I'm like, okay, now it's starting to make sense when they went out and did the Welly deal. It's for a food chain in it's for a food chain, right? And so I'm like, that made no sense to me. I mean, it did from a branding standpoint, things like that. But what he's really talking about is the larger vision of working to try to bring in real life projects, i.e. Welly, that's a physical brick and mortar business, right? And so hooking Shibarium into that, so we're starting to get kind of insight into that process. Okay, so that's he just gives us a little insight of that. Here he talks about Shiba Fashion, so the John Richmond uh, fashion partnership, where they signed a deal with them. So he goes on here to talk about the fact that they were going to have a massive, in real life fashion show, right? And so they had 40 Shib pieces, specially designed, and all this kind of stuff. But then when they were getting ready to launch the fashion show, the market, I guess this is the fashion market, pulled the rug out from underneath us. So suddenly the entire Shib side of the project was relying once again on him, Shytoshi, pulling from his personal funds. The difference was this time I couldn't risk the 6 or 7 figure loss and determine a new strategy to ensure John Richmond's efforts and involvement wasn't for nothing. So what they figured out and kind of gone a go forward basis is that John Richmond, that they're going to help ensure that every avatar in the Shiba Inu Metaverse will wear John Richmond gear. So they've evolved and kind of changing this. Okay. That's really interesting to me. All right. So again, transparency, insight, right? Okay. Continuing on. So the Metaverse, here we go, talking about the Metaverse. So he talks right here about the fact that during his process working with Shiba Eternity, he developed an excellent relationship with William Volk. William Volk, if you don't remember, was brought on to help kind of with the Shiba Eternity game, decades of experience in gaming and online, online games and things of that nature. Okay, so he talks about the fact that they've hired a wonderful team. It's different, consists of different people from the defense team, the growth team. So they got these two groups working together. Okay. He's acknowledging the work of some various people, Marcy, Sherry, and Metaverse developers. So they're still kind of working on it. Okay. They're building a meeting place for everything. He also talks right here, come to South by Southwest, which is in Austin, Texas, in 2023 and see for yourself. And then finally, he's talking about right here, kind of the goal. Shibarium was the goal of 2022. And now you can kind of start to see how all these projects are kind of lining up for Shibarium, because they want all these different aspects and projects to be running on top of Shibarium. Okay. Now he doesn't give us any direct insight into when Shibarium is going to be launched, but we know, we know that it's coming soon. Okay. This will be the beta testnet version. Okay. So we know it's coming soon, but this is a really good update. I think that this one, I really love what I loved about this was the insight and kind of the behind the scenes. So before I let you go, I need to make you aware, hey, if you're interested, Bybit, links in the description below, best trading platform out there. No spot fees, no trading fees. If you use my referral link down below, you can get up to $30,000 deposit rewards. If you're in the States, you need to use a VPN like NordVPN. So just go get you one of those. I use that. Personally, it's like $10 for 2 years. It's crazy cheap. So check that out. Referral link down below, free to get access. And then you can, hey man, up to $30,000 additional in deposit rewards. So that's what we got right now. I will see you later. Have a good one. Interesting stuff.